Hello everyone, I'm that 3D guy, and before starting this video I'd request you to please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification icon so that you do not miss any future videos. So it's been a long time since we have reworked on some of the things. We have even it's been actually more than a month, right? And it's all because of my hectic schedule, and I haven't been able to give a lot of time to YouTube even though I had promised you guys before. So I apologize for that, and I had a lot of things in between. But today we are going to do something which will be quite informative as well, and it will be a next step to what we'll be doing. As you can see, I have a different setup as well. Maybe you might have just been seeing walls yet, but okay. So, okay. So, what we are going to do today, we are going to make a Garmin 360 warp camera. And this is something which has been quite close to my heart, to be honest, because this was one of my first projects which I had done. And the main reason why it is so close is because, as you can see, it looks just like a cube. So, in your first, maybe even once you see this, you might be okay. It's just a cube, and I just need to model a cube. What else is there in this? But as you can see, there are a lot of complexities involved in this model, right? There are a lot of complexities involved which is not visible like when you are looking at it directly, but it's actually very difficult because very small minute parts and some complex fillets and keeping the surfaces clean simultaneously. The major thing which was like a hope giving thing to me was that it is a matte object, right? It's like a black matte object, so it does not reflect light that well, and there are, you cannot clearly spot the surface imperfections in this. But it's still very important for us to focus on keeping the surfaces clean. That's the main motive why we use alias in the first place, right? So that our surfaces are clean and our surfaces have good highlights despite them being matte. So it does not matter. But this is the thing, there are many different elements we need to take care of. Obviously there are some things which will be very easy. There will be some things over here. As you can see, it's a bit complex to work around this because there will be 2 to 3 fillets merging, but then again, those are the things which we are going to tackle together. And this is one of the things which I started when once I started. This was one of the things which I was very like close to my heart because it was one of the first projects which I had done, and it was kind of good, but there were a lot of spans, there were a lot of things which I didn't like. So let's see how we can do it with fewer spans and fewer with good surface quality, right? So as you can see, I've alias opened and I've already set up the blueprints. You might have seen my, if you have seen my previous video on iPhone, then you might be sure how to, you might know how to adjust the blueprints. And I've also placed a couple of surfaces over here. As you can see, I've just tried to keep the surfaces over here, which is like just a bounding box over here, taking the measurements from there and just adjusting some of the basic stuff. So it's nothing which is out of the box or something. It's just we do regularly, right? This is just maybe we can keep it one by one. Maybe we don't need a lot of degrees to work with. One thing in alias is very important, and I came to know about that very late, is that use only those degrees that you need, right? If you don't need a surface which needs to be which needs to have a lot of degrees, you don't need that. You just need, maybe if it works with a 2 by 2, then 2 by 2 is good, right? Not all surfaces need to be 5 by 5, or not all surfaces need to be maybe more or less. It's not defined. So if you are able to achieve the tolerance limits in less amount of CVs, that's the best thing, right? So we have the two surfaces laid out over here, and okay, we need something over here as well. What we'll do is, one thing which I can notice is that this object is kind of symmetrical. Most of the objects are symmetrical nowadays. So that's one benefit. That's one benefit when you're modeling automotive and stuff. Even for products, it's a good thing that it's symmetrical. You just need to model half of it. So as a modeler, that's like a bonus. And we have something over here as well. We'll use this line over here and we'll make something out of this as well. So let's see how it goes. As you can see, I'm just, and this will also be a part series, right? It will also be a part series. So whichever things you have issues in, maybe we can sort it out together. If you think I'm going wrong somewhere, because that might be the possibility, right? So you can let me know, or maybe point that out as well. Maybe you might show your own ways of working around, right? So we have something like this over here. Just the base surface is laid out. We know that there will be blends somewhere, so we are just working around that. Maybe placing this over here, and okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, we just need one more surface that's on the side, and maybe this needs to be a bit ahead over here. This needs to be a bit behind, and we also need a surface which is like this, right? So we'll just place it over here. We don't have a lot of reference images for this, but we'll try to manage as much as we can, like how much ever we are able to achieve. We'll try to do that. Also, I think okay, this needs to be a bit up, maybe. Yeah, okay, and maybe somewhere over here. Yeah, I think that works. So this is something which we have for now. Pretty basic. Looks like a cube which has been like cut out from all the different sides. So we have something like this. We'll just now try to cut these parts out, because if you see in the picture over here, you see there's a small hexagonal shape over here, and that was one of the most difficult things to work on, right? That was one of the most difficult things, because how are you going to patch that around? So it was kind of tricky for me, but let's see how it goes this time. So we need to cut out that part first. We'll just take over here. So these are the theoreticals. Maybe we'll keep this as a theoretical edge. We'll keep this as a theoretical edge. Okay, and maybe we'll just bring this over here, project in view, and trim it out. So we have something like this, and maybe at the bottom as well, because obviously we cannot see the bottom. So we'll have to, sometimes you have to be like, okay, maybe this is what it is going to be, right? Because we do not have enough information about that. The same goes over here as well. We'll use this one over here. We'll keep this one over here, maybe somewhere over here. And I think this is attached to the back surface, yes. So we'll just bring it in the front, and maybe we'll push this a bit behind, and there we are. Okay, great. And a bit over here. We'll project this and trim this part out. The same goes for the back as well. Yes. So as you can see, for now it's looking kind of promising what we are doing, but we might face a lot of issues, right? We might face a lot of issues. I think there was a small issue over here where we tried to, okay. So yeah, there is a small issue, I think, with the shape, and we might have to adjust accordingly, right? We might have to adjust accordingly. Sometimes it's like, okay, maybe this works, this doesn't work. We'll keep it like this. We'll keep it like this. For now, it's okay. We'll try to adjust this as well. Over here, we'll keep this as a theoretical edge for this, or maybe something which is a bit more defined, or maybe something like this, right? Something like this, maybe. We'll project this so we have a rough idea of where it is going to be. And maybe bring this one as well over here. And maybe place these two over here and bring this a bit over here. And yeah, I think, okay, Maybe this needs to be a bit over here, but I'll use this tool, curve stretch tool, so that my curve intent remains the same, right? And I'll just dip this down a bit, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we have something like this, which is matching a blueprint. Delete the curves on surfaces for this one. And I think maybe it's just 1/4 part which we need to model. Who knows, right? It's just 1/4 part we need to model. Maybe there might be these additional things over here, like the circular tube, which is like holding it for the, but that's about it. So we'll just add it later on. For now, we'll just focus on creating the base surfaces, right? So do we need this for now? I don't think so. We'll just put it. Okay. And trim. The same thing goes over here as well. Try to match it with the blueprint as closely as possible. So again, the main thing is to get the design intent correctly. Matching the blueprint is not the main idea, right? Because finally you won't be matching it with the blueprints, you'll be matching it with the sketch. So if the sketch intent you get it right, it's kind of good. Because during my internships and also during my college, right, when I'm working for my long projects and when I'm working for some of the other projects, its main idea is not to get the item very precise, it's to get it as close as possible to the design intent. That's the main idea of the whole projects. So yeah, we have something like this, and we have some shape which is kind of determining, okay, maybe something like this is going to be there, which is going to fill it. First we need to fill this part over here, and over here, right? And at the base as well. So yeah, so we'll just use a skin. Okay, and maybe we'll keep it just 2 by 2. That's pretty okay for us now. And we'll try to align it. We'll use the crown option. So crown is pretty good for all these things, right? We'll use the crown. So crown is nothing but just the curvature. It's like it depicts the curvature. So you can crown a surface, that means there is a bit of a curvature on the surface, very minute ones. So as you can see the reflections, if it would have been flat, it would have been something which would have been something a broader zebra lines. But since we have something curved, you see the lines are getting concentrated. The same thing comes over here. And okay, we'll flip the crown over here. In this case, we have something like this, we have something like this. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with the shape for now. I'm pretty happy with the shape. As you can see, we have reached somewhere, right? It's not the I would say like very close to the model, but yeah, it's getting somewhere. The main issue which most of us faced was in this one, in this part, right? Because as you can see, most of the time when you are modeling something, you have four-sided uh, like you have some four-sided edges, right, where you'll be like, okay, you can just patch it with a square, or uh, maybe make fillets around it. But as you can see from the image, it's just a single surface, and that was one of the major issues we had, understanding CV layouts and understanding how the hull needs to be and stuff like that. So for this one, as you can see, the whole surface is going like this and forming a base, like it's just like a crown over the hexagonal part over here, right? So we are gonna match it over here, something like this. And yeah, we have a lot of spans over here. We try to remove it, but it won't go. I don't think so it's gonna go. As you can see, I am controlling it with the degrees and it doesn't go. The main thing which I would like to do over here is, and I had this problem before, is not with this part. I'll show you why it's not with this part. If you might have seen my first video parts on maybe the iPhone part, right? You might have clearly noticed that it is not uh, like it's not because of the surface. That is, if you are trying to generate something from a trimmed surface, it's going to have spans, or it's going to have unnecessary surfaces built onto it. So even if I try to make it like a like a proper good surfaces out of the trimmed surface, it's not gonna go good, because the projected curves on the surfaces have multiple spans. Like the curves on surfaces have a lot of spans on it. So how are we going to like work around that? That's the main issue now. So there's a small trick involved. We'll go into curve construction for me, obviously, but you can go into there's an object. There's a maybe I think you'll have to find duplicate curve. Yeah, it's in curve edit and there's duplicate, right? Curve edit and duplicate. Maybe if you see over here, okay, duplicate. And if you see over here, you have a 3 degree with 4 spans, and that's the reason why we are not getting good surfaces. Over here, if you notice, it's just going to be a 2 degree curve, because this is a true surface. If you see over here, it's a true surface, right? But this is not a true surface, this is a trimmed surface. So that's the reason why it is generating more spans than this. And this is not the problem. This surface is not the problem, because this surface is a true surface, and this surface is a problem because this has spans on it, right? So how are we going to eliminate it? This curve looks pretty normal to me. If I just remove the spans, let's see what happens. Okay, it maintains the integrity of the curve. Looks pretty okay. Let's try to switch on the curvature comb for this. Let's see if it's okay. I'll just, yeah. So looks kind of okay. Yeah, kind of okay, not the best, but as long as we are able to like play around with it, we'll be able to get something a bit better, something over here. But again, our main idea is not to focus on the curvature comb right now. And the main reason for that is, if our main surface is over here, we'll be able to trim it out from this. Let's see how it goes. First, okay, maybe we'll try to see how the curvature comb is for this, and then try to work around it. So there are multiple options over here. Multiple options we have over here. So something like this might work, I think. Yeah, something like this might work. It's very minute, but as you can see, it's still something. Right? We'll just untrim this, curve on surface, project this again, and trim it. And I think since this surface is flat, I think the curve on surface for this is going to be the same as the curve on this. Now how do we check the deviation between them? So there's this tool, okay, there's a tool over here, maybe in locators. You see that, okay, it's, yeah. So in locators, there's a closest point one, and if you just hold that, you'll find somewhere over here curve and curve, right? So one is the edge, which is over this, and one is over this, and you see there's a deviation of around 0.0001 mm, which is negligible. So we don't care about that kind of a deviation. We'll just skin this, but this time with the rebuild curve, right? And yeah, so we needed 1 more degree, but now we have gotten somewhere. As you can see, we have completely gotten rid of this, right? And again, I'll show it to you, show it to you again with the built edge over here. If I show it to you, you see the same degrees. Try to improve it, it's going to have some shitty results. But as soon as we go in with the rebuilt curve, it's going to give us good results, just because of it being a true curve and that being a trimmed surface. So yeah, So we are over here, and maybe we need to increase this over here. Maybe around 600, 700 might work, I think. Or yeah, 700 might work. Maybe we'll just give it a try again. So as you can see over here, we have something over here which looks kind of promising. It looks promising, right? But we need to fill this part as well. We need to fill this part as well. And that's the most important thing now. That's the most important thing. And how are we going to fix that? So just a second, maybe I'll just improve this a little bit more, I think. How much is it? Okay, 800. I think 800 might work. Yeah. So as you can see, we need to fill this part as well. And if you see the nature of this surface, it's going to, if I extend it, it's, you see how it's extending? Yeah. So exactly like this, it's extending at the perfect, like how I want it to extend, right? And that's the best part about this thing, is that you just match these two surfaces and then extend it. The main reason why we cannot like maybe create it from two different surfaces is because we'll see a different deviation, right? If there are two different surfaces over here, even if I detach it right now and try to manipulate it differently, it's going to have a different zebra, right? It's going to have a different reflection. Right now the reflections are not obviously the best ones, I would say. We can still rework on some of the parts, moving it around over here and there, but it's still getting closer to what we want, right? Especially with an object which is kind of matte and where reflections don't matter. Now we have something like this. Maybe we'll keep it to a 3 by 3 just so that we can have a little bit of control over here. We'll take these 2 points and maybe try to push them in, as long as we are not, yeah, just a little bit. So you need to keep in mind that here we are also giving the positional continuity, but sometimes I think as long as the surfaces haven't been defined, right, the surfaces haven't been defined, it's kind of okay to sometimes give the positional continuity, because I think your fillets are anyways going to match over it, right? They are going to match over it. So that's one thing which you need to keep in mind. Sometimes it's okay to give the positional continuity away if you are okay, like if you can just try to achieve it with a surface not very far away from the position, obviously, because the fillets won't be able to cover up as much, but sometimes it's okay. And here if you see, I've gotten something pretty close, right? And again, I told you I don't like to intersect things much, so I'm going to project it normally and then trim it. Maybe in this case I might even try to intersect it. Let's see if it intersects. Yeah, I'll try to intersect it once, but I don't like to intersect, to be honest, but let's see if it works. Yeah, it doesn't work. It works. Okay, it's working for now, hopefully, but again, this is debatable. If you want to see over here, we have just left one single point. Again, it's up to you if you want to play around with this, but usually then again, I don't trust on these things much, so I like to project it normally. Again, normally is like the shortest distance anyways, so it's as good as intersection at some points where the object is very close, right? So I'll just do that, and we have something pretty good over here. If you see, we might have even lost some positional continuity over here, and yeah, I was damn sure about it because we moved the CV point from there. Let's see if we can try to achieve that again. We might be able to, most probably. Yeah, we are getting close. We are getting close, and that's pretty okay. As yeah, I think that's pretty okay. Yeah, it's kind of in our favor right now. It's around 0.006 mm, which is pretty okay for now. And let's see how the reflections are, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, like pretty good, better than I expected. And let's see how the CVs are. Not that bad, not that bad. Pretty good from this side as well. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the surface over here. Okay, the next part now is to create fillets. So I'll show you the 1/4 of this because the bottom part is kind of looks like the same, but I think when I did that, my trainer told me that no, it's a different part, so I had to rebuild the bottom part again. The theory is the same, it's the same thing all over again. uh, Maybe you can give it a try as well. So, and maybe in the next lesson once I start, it's going to be the same thing. Now one thing which we need to do is fillets, right? Which we need to do is fillets. And over here, if I try to make fillets, it's just edge align, over here as well. And I think if you notice over here, maybe the CV layouts of the, yeah, I think it's if you see over here, it's a bit like this, right? A bit S shaped, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I'm not a fan of this. I might rather build my manually, right? I might build mine manually. Let's see. Okay, and I think there might have been an issue as well where our fillet might should have started from here. So that's one big issue as well, which we need to take care of. Hopefully, I think we'll be able to take care of that. If we are able to maybe extend this part a little bit, and these issues will be there. Most of the time, they are there, right? You can never get rid of those. So be ready. Once you are an alias modeler, you need to like be ready for all these changes as well. And that's the best part. You should know how to tackle those. As well, right? And maybe we'll have to rebuild this again, and it's a good thing for you as well to understand, okay, how this is going to work. We'll go in the top view. Yeah, and maybe this needs to be a bit behind. Again, this is again a blueprint issue, so we'll just do it this part again quickly. We might have some different results all the time, so again, skin it from the curve, not from the trimmed edge. We have this over here. We have a crown of around 500. I made it to 800, which was working pretty good for me. And I'll extend it from both the sides, over here and over here. Right? The surfaces look pretty good. Need to play around with the CVs a little bit. Maybe, I think this time we might even get around while playing with just 3x2. No need of working around with 3x3. Yeah, something like this. Maybe I think we'll keep it 3x3 because I think 3x3 gives us more options, right? 3x3 and accept, and as you can see, 3x3 gives us more control. Just by moving a little bit, we have a little bit more control. We can just play around with this as well, keeping it as close as possible. Just eyeballing it, nothing unusual. Just eyeballing it. Again, bringing these two down as well. A long way for them to go, but yeah. Again, bringing this a bit up over here. Yeah, I think this looks pretty okay. And maybe again project it normally and trim it. There is a small issue over here which I think I'm encountering is over here. I just extend this part and trim it. Again, extend works well when the base surface is clean. If it's not clean, it's not going to work well. That's also one thing which you need to keep in mind, yeah. So don't forget about that. And we have the new model over here. I think I don't know why I didn't do it before, but yeah, these things keep getting out of hand sometimes. You just project this and trim this. Maybe untrim this again and project it again. Trim it again. How close are we? Oh, pretty close. Not that far. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay. So here we are, and this is straight now. Let's see how our fillet goes now. We'll keep it edge align again. We'll keep this edge align again. And let's see. Yeah, works well. Pretty well. Go straight. Pretty happy with the surface. Kind of complex, but still. And let's see how much our radius needs to be. I think I'll keep it around 20. Yeah, 20 is pretty okay. One fillet over here as well. Edge align over here. Let's see how this fillet works. This is also going pretty well. Yeah, pretty happy with this as well. Keep this as 20 as well. And keep this as 20 as well. Yeah, and this looks pretty convincing, pretty good. I like the surfaces, I like the reflections, and if I see it in the shaded sky view with the toggled mode on, I like it. I like this shape. Again, I would again, let's do this, let's just get over with it. I just cannot like leave it like this. I would probably like try to get over with this as well. I know the video is gonna be long, but anyways, we haven't spent time together for a long time, yes? So I think this is going to be some time for us to know each other better now. Again, I'm trimming this surface, bringing this down, and maybe again projecting it, or maybe trimming this again, untrimming this. If we have this untrimmed, we are gonna do something like this, project this, so we know where the line is, right? We know where the line is. Sometimes this is the best way for me to understand, okay, where my lines are gonna go, right? So something like this, and no, I'm not happy with this line. I'd rather take it a bit over here. Maybe I just need to project this one as well. Okay. Yeah. And this doesn't look right though. Doesn't look right. I don't know what am I missing. Are we missing something? Is it straight? Let's see. I think this needs to be, yeah, this was straight as well, so yeah, maybe that's what we missed. Yeah, now it works. We'll just snap it over here, take it in the top view, and maybe go a bit like this. Just try to keep it similar, right? Maybe pick those curves on surfaces and get rid of them. Again, we'll just trim these out, project these normally, and trim these out. Again, I know that this is very close to the surface, it's a flat surface, that's why I'm doing it normally. You can also go from the bottom view and then maybe project it with view and then trim it. So it's all on, again, how you like to work around things, right? I'll just flip this. Again, I'm keeping the crown 500, which I was pretty happy with. And we have the same thing again over here, right? We have the curve over here, we have the surface over here. We're going to do the same thing, maybe skin it again with the curve, flip it over here. We'll just flip it. So we have the flip on and we have around 800. We'll see how the surface is. Pretty happy with it. Just extend it. We might have some issues. Let's see how we face it. Extend it again on this side. Keep it 3 by 3. Why not? Bring these two a bit inside so that we have a bit more. We know, okay, something like this. Maybe bring this a bit inside as well. We are losing continuity over here, but we have no other option. Something like this should work. Again, sometimes those reflections might get affected because of this, but it's still okay. We need to keep experimenting until we get it right. Yeah, as you can see, we had to bring this surface a bit inside, right? Yeah, something like this. And the gap is literally 1 mm right now. It's pretty big, but it's okay. We cannot help it, I guess. Or maybe we can just by moving these two a bit outside. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this. Not doing much, but doing something. Maybe something like this. Just eyeballing it for now. Just trying to get the surfaces right in place. That's what we're gonna do for now. And then again, do the same thing. So this was a bit more trickier than the top part, obviously. In fact, when I was like just working around how to, I'll be showcasing it in the video, it was completely different. So the bottom part was much easier than the top part. Here it's completely different. Just trim it over here. We have a big gap over here. Maybe we can try to fill it. I don't know. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can. But yeah, as you can see, we can, but the thing is our surface is like going completely haywire with this. So I might not take the risk. I might play around with my fillet after that. So I might be much comfortable in that. Yeah. And here we have something like this. Not much happy with this. I might still try to work around with it a bit. Maybe if I can keep it a bit more straight, right? If I can keep it a bit more straight, as you can see, I'm trying to play around with this. The more I bring it out, the more it is getting flattened, right? Something like this might work. Maybe try to extend this as well. Yeah, it's way far though. It's way far. If I try to move all these inside, let's see what happens. Just trying around some things here and there. Yeah, this looks pretty okay. This looks pretty okay. Not exaggerated from either side. It looks pretty okay. We'll be losing continuity over here, but we need to fix some things, right? We need to play around with some things where we are just like, okay, maybe this is the point where we need to like play around a bit, right? Something like this maybe. Yeah, I think this looks kind of okay. Not the best one, but yeah, it works. And the worst thing about this is I don't think even if we try to fillet it, it's a bit hideous, right? It's a bit hideous. Like the surfaces don't go well, right? Don't go well. And the main reason is because it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So maybe we need to figure out some ways to work around this and bring this surface a bit outside. I don't know why it's this inside, right? Maybe bring these a bit out. Push this a bit inside. Push this a bit inside. And push this a bit inside. Let's see how our reflections are. Still okay. There's a little bit more bulge inside, but we cannot help it. We cannot help it because that's how the surface is. Yeah. We go in this view and we try to build the fillets manually. And this is what I wanted to show you as well in the first place, right? We go over here, take this line over here. Maybe what we can do is rather than projecting it, there's one better thing is we can just use insert. So there's a command over here which is insert. I think it's somewhere over here. I cannot. Maybe it's. I cannot find it. I don't know where it is. Where is it? Okay, for me it's somewhere over here. Yeah. So for me it was in surfaces. Maybe it's in surfaces. I think it's in surfaces somewhere. Insert. So where is it? Why I cannot find it? Yeah, okay. It's just in front of me. It's an object edit, right? It's an object edit. I take insert, and what it's going to do is it's going to build a curve on surface, which is exactly like a true surface. Like if you trim it from here, it's just going to show you the same degrees, right? So if I trim it from here, if I trim this from here, okay, why am I not able to trim it? Okay, maybe, yeah, I got it. So this doesn't have that one. Okay, this insert will work over here. So yeah, what you need to do is, if you have insert over here, you need to have curve on surfaces on. You need to double click on insert and then have them on over there. You just bring this over here and then you trim it from here. And the best part about this is, so if you curve construction and if you duplicate this, you see it's still having 2 by 1 degree curve on it, not a multi-spanned curve, because when you insert something, what it does is it brings back, it uses the same iso curve on the surface and trims it. So that's something which needs to be kept in mind, that insert is one of the best tools for trimming out if you know that okay, that surface behaves in that. But again, over here we have no other choice but to trim it along this way, because this is a hexagon, right? It's an hexagonal surface and you cannot use insert on this. Again, we don't have view, we just trim it. Alright, the one more thing what we can do is we can duplicate this, check again. You see how the spans are? No issues. We'll just maybe remove the spans, try to keep it close, maybe use the locator. Not a lot of deviation, 0.0072, which is pretty okay. Maybe we can freeform blend along with this rebuild curve and this one. And maybe we can keep this 5 by 5 and then align with this edge align and edge align. You have something which is like this. Still, I think I'm not happy with this. What else can be done? Can we try to maybe bring it a bit inside over here so that it does not overlap? Yeah, maybe we can try to make something around with this fillet. Over here. This looks kind of okay. This looks kind of okay. It looks good, but I'm not happy with the CVs. You might be thinking why, but yeah, that's the truth. I don't like the CVs. I don't like how it's bending over here. I think it needs to be straight and then gradually move around like this. What we can do is we can use our curves and build a square. That's what we can do. We'll have more control over it, right? Align G2, align G2 over here. Where is it? Align G2 in this one, align G2 in this one. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Again, we switch it to 5 by 5 and it goes back. And this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This is a bit more tolerable. As you can see, it's center over here and then it's bending from here. Maybe if we try some rebuild options, it's going to give us much better results, and rebuild most of the time it gives you better results. This time I think it's working perfectly fine, so we do not need to worry about that. It's giving us G0 on all sides, I think. No, over here it's giving us something which is a bit weirder, but it's okay. If we try to align this now, yeah, keeping the positional influence off. That was the main issue. Again, edge, edge, and edge, and edge. Here we are. And this looks pretty convincing. This looks pretty good. Still might rework on the CVs a bit if required, if it was some top level stuff, class A or some stuff, but not right now. This looks pretty good. Again, the same thing goes over here. Fillet, maybe if it works, it works. Good fillet, not a good fillet. Again, rework on it. Untrim this part, untrim this part. Maybe something which is, yeah, something like this. As you can see, how the fillet is turning. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. We want something a bit more defined, right? We have the lines over here. We'll surface, insert over here on this side. Something which goes on the top over here. Something which goes down on the over here. Maybe a bit below, so that we have something which is like just over here. Maybe bring it a bit down over here and then project it in view. Yeah, yeah, that was bound to happen. We just extend it. Sometimes the view option, when the surfaces are a bit weird, obviously it's like the viewing angle changes and stuff like that, so there are a lot of things involved in that as well. Freeform blend, and we have something which looks kind of good, wouldn't lie. Not over here, not over here. Maybe no, bring that. Yeah, you see, there's a bit of the fillet is going a bit inside over here, which is not what we want. A quick solution to that would be pulling this surface a bit outside. Yeah, pulling this surface a bit outside. As you can see, we are getting somewhere. Yeah. We'll delete this again, trim this again. Okay, maybe this part needs to extend as well, and then trim it again. Now let's see how it goes. Hopefully it should be well, I think. Yeah, now it's looking pretty okay. From this side, let's see if it's okay over here as well. Edge align, maybe positional influence, no. Adding a couple of degrees over here. No, I think we'll need one more surface over here as well. We might need one more surface over here. We could have even played around with the CVs a bit to maybe get a better tolerance, but I wouldn't do that right now. I wouldn't do that. I'll just maybe take a quicker route, detach it and realign it with partial, and here we are, we get G2 instant. Partial, edge align, over here as well, edge, over here as well, edge and edge. So sometimes these are the quicker workarounds. Obviously, when you are working on a class A model, this is not going to be something which you'll like, right? So here we are, pretty happy with this surface, pretty happy with this surface as well. Has it moved? No, this is okay, this looks okay. And the final surface over here, let's see if it works. Is it going to be hideous? Yes, it is. And the main reason is, again, the main reason is because it is making that S-shaped surface which we don't want, right? Even though we are getting pretty good reflections, we are not happy with the S shape, right? And that's what we want to remove. We need to keep our surfaces as clean as possible, as defined as possible. If it's in a straight line, it's much better. Again, using the same thing, I'll just get rid of this for now. I'll surface, insert, and over here. And over here as well. Again, it's a long video, but I think it's going to be very informative for you as well, because again, it's one of those videos where it's like very important. It might be a big video, but it's going to be worth it for sure. And how is this? Is it okay? Does it look okay? I think it looks pretty okay for now. Yeah, there's a deviation which I don't like over here. I think it should have been something which should have been something like this, but maybe we can do something about it. Maybe by bringing this CV a bit down. Will that work? Yeah, I think this thing works a bit. Yeah, I think this thing is kind of okay. Yeah, now it's looking pretty okay. And just square it. Will it work? It should work. No? Okay, maybe because of losing the continuity over here, maybe. We'll just realign this over here from here. Align. And align. Okay, here we are. And we have something like this. Obviously, this is showing us some weird things over here, but it's going to get normal once we have 5 by 5, right? Again, we'll try to align this. I don't know, I'm not happy with this thing. Again, I think there is some issue over here. Maybe the surface is going a bit dip inside, if you can notice, I don't know. Over here on this part, I think the surface is dipping a bit inside, right? And the best thing to do is, in this situation, is to bring that part out, and maybe just by millimeters, if I pull this out, it's going to come out as well, right? Let's hope for the best. Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out. Yes, pretty good, pretty good. Hopefully we don't have any issues with the reflections. Not much, not much. Pretty okay. The reflections look pretty good. And what about this? We'll just align this again. Align with this. And edge and edge and 0 and again with this edge and edge. So here we are. Hopefully I think the reflections look good. Yeah, they look good. They look pretty good. There's a bit of S over here as well, which I'm not very happy about, but I think that's okay. That's okay for now. That's okay for now. Maybe by moving this part a bit, we'll be able to manage it. Let's try. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's diminishing. It's diminishing, but yeah, I think this looks okay for now. This looks okay. Also, we don't have to forget that if we are close here, then we do not need to worry about things that are going to come this way, right? Because what happens is we are going to have fillets all around as well. So that is something which is going to keep our surfaces a bit more in shape as well. And here we have something pretty concrete, something which looks pretty convincing, right? Maybe there might be something like this. There are some issues over here which we can fix, maybe, right? So if you see over here, we have something like this. Again, just try to maybe make a fillet around over here. Let's see how it goes. We just keep our fingers crossed and let's see what happens. We know that we have everything in continuity, so we shouldn't have a big problem. But still, this is alias. We can never. Let's give it a 5. Let's hope for the best. Let's give it a 10. Okay. How are our surfaces flowing? Let's see. Flowing pretty well, pretty well. We have some issues over here. I think there are a lot of surfaces over here. If we keep it 5 by 5, it's going to increase more. But yeah, I think we can work around this as well. As long as we are able to see what's going on, it's okay. And we'll keep it at 15 because I think the fillet is pretty big over here. And we need ball corners over here for sure. We need ball corners over here for sure. For now, it's looking okay because obviously there's one workaround that I always do. I like to do is maybe removing the Bezier surfaces off and then working around keeping the spans to the least. This case I have something which is like this. Obviously my surfaces are going to look bad. As you can see, there's no intercontinuity over here, there's no surface continuity over here, but one thing which I have got is these surfaces, the major fillets, right? After that I know that I can build the ball corners and stuff. That won't be a big deal for me. But apart from that, I think that is going to be something which is going to be pretty normal. We have something like this over here as well. Bezier surfaces, no, we don't want it. We'll keep it 5 by 5. Let's see. Let's keep the spans to 0 or maybe 1. And let's see. We have it 10, right? We'll keep it 15. And that's where we need it to be. Yeah. And here we are. Something like this. So yeah, this surface is completely gone. This surface is completely gone, but I know we can fix it. Maybe even if we keep it to Bezier surfaces, we'll be able to get somewhere close. Yeah, see? But exactly, we don't need something like this which looks bad, right? We don't need something which is bad. We need something precise. And we'll try to tackle that in the next video. We'll try to tackle those things in the next video. For now, I'm pretty happy with the shape. Pretty got us somewhere. The reflections are looking good, promising reflections. Pretty good reflections over here as well. Just don't care about these small issues. We're gonna fix that later. But apart from that, I'm pretty happy with the things which we have achieved. Right? Pretty happy with the things which we have achieved. It's been one long hour, and hope you like my videos. And if you have any issues, you can like maybe post it in the comments, or maybe you can also mail me at that 3dguy23@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to answer them. And I've gotten a few issues as well in the past, a couple of them, and I've catered to those doubts as well. So hope you like the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.